name is John Leimseider. I'm the electronics technician here at National Music Center in Calgary. I moved here in 2002 from Los Angeles, and I'm working on our collection most of the time. That's what I really do here. And we have a very large collection of instruments here. We've got over 2,000 artifacts, but most of what I deal with is the electronics collection. We started out in the late 90s. We were basically a very small piano museum, and also some organ stuff, and then it rapidly evolved into a much larger keyboard collection with a lot of focus on electronics, although we still collect acoustic instruments also. But we've expanded tremendously on all of our collections since then. This is our RCA theremin. It was built in around 1929 in New Jersey. It was one of the earliest electronic instruments that gained popularity. Very difficult instrument to play. So my right hand controls pitch. So the closer you get, the higher the pitch, and you've got quite a range. And your whole body affects it, so you've got to be really careful. And then the volume is here. And most people who come to play it, including me, can only make sound effects and noises on it. But a really good player can, it's a wonderful instrument for someone that's really practiced it a lot. What we're looking at here is the insides of the Wurlitzer Sideman. It was made around 1960. It's the first commercial drum machine. It uses tubes to be the oscillators for the drum sounds, and they sound sort of like this. Maybe just turn that up a bit. It's got some really interesting mechanics to it, but I'll also play some sounds for here. And it has a bunch of different patterns. And although a lot of the rhythms and sounds are considered kind of corny right now, there's so much new music that's using old sounds, and it's pretty sophisticated for 1960. This is the Onze Martineau. It was made in France. This one was made in 1978. It's the very last version they built at the original factory. And it can be played either with the keyboard, that way, also can be played with a ribbon, which is what makes it unique. And it's very theremin-ish in some ways, but the interesting thing about this instrument is it's such an amazing actual instrument rather than just a piece of electronics. When you watch a virtuoso, which I'm certainly nowhere even approaching, when you see someone that's really good with this, it's an amazingly versatile and expressive instrument. And hopefully they'll be in production again soon. And it's most famous in pop music with Radiohead, because they use it quite extensively on a couple of their albums. Tanto is most famous as the synthesizer used on the four most important Stevie Wonder albums, Inner Visions, Talking Book, Music of My Mind, and it's a really amazing instrument. It's a really important piece of musical history because it was the first synth really designed to integrate different manufacturers' stuff, which is common now with MIDI. Different people, very often combine lots and lots of different brands in their studio, but this was when it was much more difficult. And it was the first synthesizer, one of the very few synthesizers that was designed to be played by several people at the same time, hence the part of the orchestra in the name. one of the things about this museum that's unique is that it's a living collection. You typically don't go to a museum and get to hear things and use them. But we have a very different attitude here. And as we move into our new building, we're going to have some recording studios, for example. And with a vast musical collection here, there's really so much that can be done with it. We should be in the beginning of 2016 and fully operational by June 2016. What I enjoy about some of this is that when I spend this time restoring these instruments, it's really great to hear them used on new music by artists that have never tried them before, and will maybe never have any other opportunity to ever use them anywhere, so they get to do it here, which makes the place unique. And once we move into the new building, it's going to be amazing. So see you all there.